going down. We're live on the air. Networking, collabing, good vibes everywhere. From manic to magic, we're turning it round. Grab your drink, let's wind it all.
Resellers unite, share wins and some fun. Recharge your week, the best has begun.
Vintage finds and stories to share.
Two old guys and friends who care.
Monday went down, come join the crew. Relax, connect, discover something new. From manic to magic, the best show in town. It's Monday night, let's wind it down.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem, see the special man.
See the special man.
You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Cajun roots, Johnny understands.
Johnny understands.
Let him have it with no problem, see the special man. Let him have it with no problem, see the special man.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome. We have 4 of y'all waiting in the house. Thank y'all for being here. First in the chat was little Debbie, getting her little setup ready. Good afternoon and welcome. Carol, hello, good afternoon and welcome. You got your cup of chai tea. Oh, I haven't had chai tea in a while. I need to have some. I love my chai tea. Let's see, little Debbie and Ashley, hello, good afternoon and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see y'all. Welcome. Jennifer, hello, good afternoon and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see y'all and welcome. Well, we got 4 of y'all here. That's a good thing. Well, we got 5 somewhere lurking. Thank y'all for being here again. Mark will not be with us this evening because he did have an appointment. I think it was like 3 o'clock his time, so he wouldn't be able to make it today. Just give him your thoughts and prayers as he's going through all this health things that he's taking care of. But also thank each and every one of y'all for being here. Also, remember, if there's any topic you would love to have or you would like to be a guest and teach us something that we don't know about you or something you enjoy doing and you would like to share with the community, let me know by emailing me at CajunRootsReseller@gmail.com and let me know. And we're glad to have you on as a guest. We'll bring it on the panel for everyone to learn. We've had guests in the past and we'd love to have you on. Also, don't forget, tomorrow is the Friends Selling with Friends on Mark's channel. And then Wednesday, we do have our Hump Day auction. And then Monday at 1:30, I'll be on with Ella. And that'll be her auction for a new auction she's doing. And that'll be basically the lineup coming up for me in the next couple of, actually 2 weeks. And so, yeah, and don't forget, last night, you got to a chance to check out Carol. You haven't seen her besides in the chat. She was on with Regina last night, so definitely go check that out. And speaking of Regina, there's Regina. Hello, good afternoon and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And also, if you have any topics you would like for us to cover on the show, you're more than welcome to email me with that as well. Or you can send me a message on Instagram and or Facebook, and I'll be glad to turn it into a topic for the show, especially for Wednesday, a Monday night wind down. Everybody saying hello to each other. Robin, hello, good afternoon and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And if you have any special events coming up on your channel with any live shows you have on a regular basis, let me know. And I'll be glad to add you to that community calendar as well. Hopefully everybody had a good Monday. I know I have. Got a lot accomplished today. Got everything out to the mail. Got a little time at R&R with my children. And Got some listings done today, so I got a lot done. Working on some more organization in the office, and took the afternoon and relaxed. That was a good plan, and I got it done. Yeah. Bestie, everybody's saying hello to each other. Nope, Mark won't be here tonight. He's got an appointment he had to be to. I think it's a new doctor or something he had to go see. Yeah, I think he said it this morning, something about his new heart doctor. Yeah, he did talk about that this morning on the morning show. Let's see. Other than that, we got our regular schedule coming up this week. Also, if you would like to be on the reseller community shop hop train sale for February 28th, I only have 4 spots left. So let me know. And if you would like to be part of that, you can either do it as a live for 30 minutes or you can do a pre-recorded, upload it, and do it as a premiere. Yeah. Well, I got an email. I got a message last week in reference to a topic that would love for us to have on the show. That's why I said you're more than welcome to email me, message me through Instagram or Facebook, and let me know of a topic you would love to have covered for Monday night show. And tonight we're going to do that for someone who sent me a message saying we would love to talk about this. Now, I did talk about this once before in the morning show, but I guess because we have new people, and so we're going to talk about it. And it's something that I'm not pointing to just anybody. It's just a general topic. So please do not take offense to this topic. I have to say I have nothing against this topic, so we're going to cover it. Well, Johnny, just stop beating around the bush and tell us, right? Lenore, hello, good afternoon, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. So the question I have, and Maria, California Thrift is in the house. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And like I said, if you send me a message, I will turn it into a topic. The reason I want to turn this into a topic because we do have a lot of new people in our community. Now, I was looking at my calendar because I'm saying that I don't have a problem with this topic, but people like Carol know what happens when I'm around somebody with this topic. And I get to the point where I can't breathe. I choke. I cough. I go into an attack. Can't breathe. And that is smoking while you're packing or doing your items for sale and or for shipping. I have to say, I looked at my calendar because I couldn't remember exactly what day I quit smoking cigarettes. And after my very first day of June 30th, 2017, that's 8.5 years ago, I have not bought, opened, or put to my mouth a cigarette. And I went through this, in Louisiana, there's a hospital called Ochsner's, and they have this thing called Smoking Cessation Program. Well, my very first day I quit smoking, I got my day 1 chip. That was because I finished the program through the hospital. I was determined to quit. It did take me 3 times, but the reason I'm saying this is not because I don't want you to quit. That's up to you. That's your business. Miss Denise, hello, good afternoon, and welcome. People still do that? Yes, they do that, but I have nothing against that. But I personally really get really bad, choked up, can't breathe, coughing like the dickens when I'm around anybody that smokes. Carol knows that for firsthand because we were with somebody we did a meetup with, and she decides to blow her cigarette smoke right in my face. Needless to say, we don't meet up with her anymore. I don't associate with her anymore because I could not breathe. I was turning red in the face. My throat started closing up. Hey, Boo, hello, good afternoon, and welcome. So my point is I don't have a problem with anybody doing the smoking. What I do have a problem with is when I buy from somebody and they say, oh, it's a smoke-free home. Well, you order, you get your item, you pay your invoice, and you get your package, and you go to open it, and you have to run it to the garage. It's called my quarantine space. That's the worst thing I hate is to open up something and there's nothing but the reeking of the smoke. I get to start coughing. I can't breathe. Yeah, that's not good. But also, you got to be more cautious when shipping these items to just anybody that you don't know may not have that issue or have that real problem of smoke around with somebody when they're smoking. Yeah, all my stuff is smoke free. But again, I look at it this way. I know the packages that I've gotten I had to quarantine them in the garage for at least 2 months. I know I tried all kind of stuff, but just the normal air in my garage helps getting the smoke out. But the worst thing is when you get them in a suffocation bag and they're sealed, and you go to open the box and it smells so strong that I have to automatically put it in the garage automatically. And it took me almost 2 months to get smoke smell out of plush. So I know there's some people who are highly allergic to smoke smell. There's some people who just don't do it, you know. But I do sell stuff. My sister, and she has a big dog, so and that's okay too. I don't allow my dogs, and I even make sure I have no dog hair or cat hair on me. Yes, I do spend time with my fur babies, but I don't bring it into the basement where my supplies are or my products that I'm selling. So out of respect for those who don't smoke or trying to resell something or try to buy something for themselves, be cautious about that. You know, that is something that you don't want to send to somebody, and who knows, you might have to give them a refund or get it shipped back, or that's not good word of mouth. That's not good business when it comes to products, especially when we're selling it on YouTube to others to either resell or give as a gift to someone. That's not a good thing. It doesn't look good for business. And that could be your worst enemy of your word of mouth can be your worst enemy when it comes to advertising about you and your business. Whether it's you selling on YouTube, selling on different platforms, it is a big difference for somebody who cannot stand the smell of smoke. Let's get to the chat and see here. Do people still do that? Yes, it is getting still the same problem. Yep. Good to see you, Ms. Denise. I hope you have a great show this afternoon. You and Ms. Josie, I think, go on at 5. Don't forget, Mia goes on at 6. Almost have a smoke free. But I get stuff from my sister, and she has a dog. And I do see every now and then, but that's another thing I do, is I use a lint brush if I need to take anything with dog hair off or anything that I do get. I don't say never get dog hair on my clothes because I do, but I'm always lint brushing it off when I come into the basement. It's a habit because I don't want it to get transferred into my products that I'm trying to sell or list on any platform. And that's just me. We're trying to keep it to where we need to have respect for those that are buying from us. Heather, hello, good afternoon, welcome. So what is your thoughts on packagings that smell like smoke when you get them? Or do you just not notice it? That's a good question. If you thrift, how can you really claim it is an item that is free smoke or pet smells? That's a true statement. But 9 times out of 10, when you get those from different thrift stores, they usually don't smell the smoke when you buy it. And if you do, if I do, I leave it. I don't buy it. Huawei, hello, good afternoon and welcome. And Josie, hello, good afternoon and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see y'all. And Regina says, I used to smoke and now I cannot stand the smell of smoke. I quarantine items that smell like smoke until they're gone. Same here. But I know if I'm thrifting somewhere, it's a habit, especially with plush or clothing. I smell it. It's just a habit. If it does smell the smoke, or if it has dog hair on it, and if it's something that I could use a lint brush to take off, then yes. But I do not claim that it is from smoke free because I don't know if it's something I thrifted. I won't buy sticky stuff. I won't either. I'll leave it. I will not buy it. But that's just a habit for me of smelling it. But when you bring it into your home and in your area where you're selling it or you're processing it or packaging it to go out, that's why you should not be smoking, because that'll be where it is more of a stronger smell. And then when you pack it, you're actually sealing that smoke smell into whatever it is you're packing. Because I know when I do unpack, when I go and I get an item in or package in, and I go to cut that tape, and I have not even cut across the top yet, and I smell the smoke, I'm not going to finish opening it down here. It's going in the garage. That's just the way I do things because I can smell it immediately. I will not buy from anyone that smokes. And that's another thing too, especially with smoke smell. It is so the nicotine is so strong that it can do somebody some damage. I hate when I walk into a store and people are smoking near the door. Yes, Carol, you know how I am with that. Oh no, I can't have it. And I don't. And I guess it's because since I quit 8.5 years ago, it's gotten to the point where it's not as bad when I smell it, but I still get that coughing snit. I'll still get that can't breathe. Not as bad as it used to be though. But I'm not talking about just for myself. I'm talking about in general because someone did ask me to talk about this topic. So if you have any topics, please make sure to let me know by sending me messages, and I'll be glad to turn it into a topic. Now, again, we're not pointing out to any particular person. This is in general. And so, what are your thoughts on things that smell the smoke when you get it in your home? You don't even know they smoke, but you get those items that do. What do you do? Mine gets quarantined in the garage. Was it this past weekend? And I'm not going to sell it on platforms. I'm bringing it to my antique booth. Is where these things are going. These plush. Michael. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome. I love it, Michael. Well, you gotta go with that. That's a good one, Michael. Oh my God, Michael. That is a good one. But just be cautious when you're sending packages to other people. Because you don't know what their health conditions are. You don't know what their health issues are. And it can affect them. In any circumstances, you don't know that what they're going through. And it can hurt you in a sale, it can hurt you in advertisement, and the word of mouth is the worst thing to have when it comes to that. Now, I know there are some people that I do not buy from when I've bought in the past, and I was under the impression they don't smoke, it's from a smoke-free home. But when I get the package and I do smell it, it's like, no, not again. No, not again. No. People with COPD, asthma, and other breathing problems shouldn't have to deal with it. Exactly. Now, I don't have those problems, but again, I do have the problem where for some reason, since I quit 8.5 years ago, it affects me. But I don't have like COPD, I don't have any breathing treatments and things like that. But you just never know. If I cannot get the smell out, I have to throw it item away. Even if you don't smoke where your inventory is, leaches into your area of your home and will get into your inventory. That's true. That is true. Unless you have separate ventilation systems for your area. Oh, I don't like that either, Miss Josie. I throw those away in the recycle bin. Yeah. If it's not clean, I'm not reusing it. Mm-mm. Yeah. I've had some people send me things that the bubble wrap was black. Like, what is this? Recycle. Yeah. Mm-mm. I can't reuse it. But yeah, you got to be cautious about that because you know that can hurt you more than anything when it comes to word of mouth. Advertisement is the worst for you to have against you when it comes to anything like that, when it comes to hard smells. Yeah. And it is strong. And even though you can quarantine it depending on what it is. Now, I have used in the past, not for plush, I have used you can buy them by the pack of 10. It is the black charcoal filters that they use for fish tanks that I have to use. I had to use at the beginning when I had some issues of things that I've gotten in the mail that I had to use. And sometimes it just doesn't work. I have to throw it away. Even if you wash it, you got to be careful what you wash it with. What's that one detergent I bought? clear or clean, something clear. It's where there's no deodorant, no fragrance type detergent. I do buy that if I need it. But I don't use anything with scents. I don't use fabric softener sheets that have scents in it when it comes to washing things to resell, especially clothing, because you got to be careful with that. For plush, I use the ozone balm in my car with AC blasting, taking the smell away. Really? I didn't know they made those. Interesting. But if I'm thrifting, I am not buying it if it has that smell on it. I leave it. I don't even buy it. I don't care how cheap I get it. I won't buy it. That's just the way I do things. Yeah. I just don't buy it if it has that smell. Now there has been some times that I'm thrifting, especially even at garage sales, and they're thick and yellow from smoke. No, I don't buy those either. It is designed to get the smoke smell out of your car. It works great on plush. So I've never heard of that. Ozone. Um, hmm. Now you say that works great on plush, but I thought it was like a spray. I'm confused. I'm gonna look it up. I'm doing that right now. Okay, I do see that. Oh, okay. I see what that is. Shout car fogger. Okay. I never knew that. Now they do have the one like I buy with my air freshener that you can put under the seat of your car. They used to sell those at the a place I used to go to in Louisiana. At the place where I used to buy my cigarettes when I used to smoke cigarettes. That was a long time ago. Yeah, I just looked it up too. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't realize it was actually like a raid bomb thing that you use for your house, of defogger or whatever you call them things. I didn't know they made that. Somebody was talking about that, but it was a spray. I don't remember who it was. We had a conversation with that. It might have been on one of the morning shows, I think. Well, I did not know that. Yeah, you're right about that, Ain't Boo. Especially when you're used to that. You're not used to that, different smells from different homes, and you live in it. Yeah. That's why when we first talked about moving into our new home, we already knew we were not going to smoke in our new homes because Robert and I used to both smoke. And we both said we were not smoking in the new house, but we quit before we even got a new home. So we knew that was what was going to happen. Because if we did, we'd have to smoke outside. Spray is good for clothing, but fogger is better for plush. See, I never thought I didn't know they had that. But again, I usually quarantine it outside in the garage. But when I'm out in public and I'm thrifting or garage sales and I smell it, I don't buy it. I leave it. It did. Let me rephrase that. I would probably buy it if it was something that I knew I can get the smell out, but I would have a big profit on it. Yeah, I wouldn't just buy it because yeah, I would have to make sure I definitely could get that smell out. But it'd have to be a large profit for me to do that. That's just the way I do things. I just would not take the time to do all that unless it was a huge profit. What about you? Would you pick it up and try to clean it to sell? Like I said, unless it was a big, huge profit, then maybe I would think about it. All right, I'm going to drop the link in the chat for if anybody would like to come on up and join me on the panel, either for the topic of the day or you just want to promote your channel. I'm good with that too. There's the link going in the chat, and I'm going to pin it to the chat momentarily. So yeah. Now you see with clothing, I usually only buy new with tags in stores. I usually very seldom, and if I'm going to buy something at a thrift store, 9 times out of 10 it's for me to use or wear. Is when if I was to buy something. Now, depending on the price, then yeah. But a lot of times you're so used to your own smell, and I am very picky when it comes to scents. Like I don't even burn candles anymore. I'll use what you call that again? Wax. I'll just melt wax. But I've also done things like linen, cinnamon, apple cinnamon, that kind of things. I cannot stand the old grandma house smell from estates. I cannot either. No, there are other home smells that permeate items you smell yourself. Yeah, that's true. Yep. And everybody's different. You know, we're not saying what you're doing is wrong, but you might want to think about it in if you can smell it in any kind of way, or then again, you may be used to the smell where you don't smell it. You got to think about that. Because then again, you may know you're smoking it around your inventory, but is it affecting your inventory where you're not smelling it yourself? And then you're sending it to somebody else, which can be the worst thing to do. That you don't know if they have a health issue with breathing, they're on oxygen tanks, COPD, they have the what you call those asthma pumps and things like that. You got to be careful with all that, health wise, anyway. Yeah. Anyone have their opinions about the topic of the day? Anybody has an item they want to talk about with today's topic? Let me know. Comment in the chat. Yeah, you're right about that one, Carol. It could be anything. You got to be careful with. Well, Michael, that's okay. I understand. Yeah, I do understand. Hope everything's going well with the house. I have something under my nail and that's aggravating me. I can't wait to. I want to give her. I got some ice cream from Maddie May and of course Chai for her birthday tomorrow. Awesome, Michael. Flip flops and lollipops. Hello, good morning, afternoon, and welcome. It could be morning for you. Hello, good evening, and welcome. And how are you doing? That is awesome news, Michael. I know sometimes those topics are hard to talk about. Nobody wants to hear it, but we got to talk about it sometimes, you know? Yeah, we got to talk about it sometimes. It's something that we have to do. Sometimes we don't want to hear it, but sometimes it's hard to face the facts. Also, anyone who would like to be on the Hump Day auction, I do have a change coming in the Hump Day auction. I do have the June 24th open back up. June 24th is now open if anybody wants the Hump Day auction spot. As long as you're not already on there for the month, I do have a spot on June 24th open. Everything else is all taken care of, I believe. I'm going back and looking through. Yeah. So as of right now, the only dates I have open now is June 24th. Email me and let me know. Wet dog smell, both urine, both human and animals cooking smells too. Yeah, that's true, Carol. And 710, hello, good afternoon, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. That's right. Don't forget, Mia does go live at 6 today. Tonight. Yeah. And then we'll go into July for Hump Day. This Wednesday, I have an announcement I'll make on Hump Day. Janine's is live at 5. So is Miss Josie and Miss Denise. But Janine's goes live with, who does she go live with? Carol, Michael's got a question for you. Oh, Lord Jesus. Who's peeing on your teddy bear? We know it's not Elvis, right? Mm-hmm. That's right. Josie and Miss D go on at 5 as well. Who else goes on tonight? There's a lot of people going live. I don't have the pins for that. You don't have the pins for that yet? Why not, Carol? I thought you did. All right, let's see. Monday. Today is the 12th. Janice goes on at 5. Josie goes on at 5. Crazy May goes on at 6. Angie's Oddities goes on at 6:30. Steph sells stuff by the Seek shirt goes live at 7. And you got several the rest of the night. You got a good bid lineup tonight. That's a lot. That's right, and it's me. There you go. Okay. Mr. I wasn't sure who was the other ones. I knew there was somebody else. I can't remember everybody. I just got it as Janine's on the calendar. I don't have who else. Yeah. Okay, that's the lineup then. Okay, there's the link. Donna, hello, good afternoon, and welcome. Just saying, jogging in to hit the numbers. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it, Donna. Same to you. Yeah, that's right. She was in the chat last night too. By the way, 17 years, 17-year anniversary was yesterday, and I'm getting old. No, no way. No, who told you that? Did Michael tell you that? The other Michael. I'm getting old, Michael. 17 years. You got me beat by one. Mm-hmm. Well, happy belated anniversary. I don't have you on the calendar. It was yesterday? Well, guess what? I ain't going to forget no more. It's going on the calendar. And we're going to repeat repeat, customize every year on the same day. And we'll turn it into purple, top of the calendar for the month and the day and the year. But happy anniversary. Well, him and his hubby. What other anniversary would it should be? His hubby, his relationship with Kevin. Carol. Yep, Kevin. There we go. Kevin and I have been in a relationship, Carol, together for 17 years. Where you been, Carol? He mentions Kevin. You know, it's always nice to celebrate another year. Yep, it sure does. Under a rock. Well, I knew that. That's under that rolling pin of that dough girl. That's what it is. Yeah. Our first date, I flew him to San Francisco for the night. He decided I was a keeper after that. That is cool. I like that. Yeah. That is nice. Yeah. Yes, Carol, she sure did. Yeah. Hello, Jeffrey. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see you. I thought you were going to watch football. What time does it start? Because I don't watch it. Because my team ain't playing. I refuse. I am not going to stay up late watching no football or anything like that. That's just me. I don't do it. No, I don't. I went live today. You mind? I went live today. You mind? I mind what? What time you went live, Jeffrey? I thought you were going live tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to go check it out then. When did you go live? What time? 31 minutes ago? I was already starting my live here. No wonder I didn't know you went live. Yeah, that's why. I was already live. Yeah, it's cold out there. It's 32 degrees. Lord Jesus. I feel like you, Johnny. Puppy to my left, puppy to my left. Yeah, exactly. I love it. So yeah. Awesome, Jeffrey. Cool. But I just wouldn't be out there in the cold doing no live. It's too cold out there. Especially when the wind is blowing. Makes it feel colder. I went and brought some I made some sugar-free dessert and I brought some to my post office people and they were eating it on there. Oh Lord, this is good. They want the recipe. And when I told them there was no sugar in it, they said no way. I said, yeah, way. Yeah, no sugar. Yep. So now they want me to write them the recipe. So I'll have to give them a copy. Yeah, I was already getting ready for the show. Yeah, it's been cold out there. That wind's blowing and making it even colder. So are you posting them anywhere, Jeffrey? Did you send them into the the TV station? Well, everyone is getting to that time. My numbers are going down, 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 down. So we're going to get in the show. Don't forget, you got other shows going on tonight. I made banana bread yesterday with Duncan Hines super moist yellow cake mix, eggs, and banana. I added nuts. I would have never thought about using cake mix for bread pudding, for banana bread. You're supposed to tell them where the recipe called for sugar you can dip in your fingers and batter the sweet. That's a good one, Al. I looked it up. I would have never thought about using Duncan Hines cake mix to make banana bread. Okay. Hello, Al. Good to see you. Well, again, like I said, we're going to go ahead and end the show. My numbers are going down. And so don't forget, in the morning, we'll be back at 8:30 in the morning with our morning boost. Don't forget, you have other shows going live, so don't forget to check out the calendar. And if you would like to come on after the show's over, you have any questions or concerns, or you just want to chit-chat, you're more than welcome to do so by joining me on the link that's at the top of the chat. And as I say before I end each and every show, stay warm, by the way, because it is getting colder outside. And as I say before I end each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet until another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again, later. Peace out. And y'all come back now, you hear?
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man.
See the special man.
You got